Today we'll revisit a Terry McDermott-inspired win over title rivals Nottingham Forest from 1978. But first we go to 1986 for another match on Liverpool's route to the double that season. In January, Liverpool travelled to Watford, 5 points behind league leaders Manchester United. Victory was vital and it was secured by their number 7, Paul Walsh.
Long throw coming up from Will Frostrom. Well, longish. Johnston, a bit all over the place. Here's Jacket, and that's a good try, and it's a goal. Grobbelaar was actually going the other way. Kenny Jacket, the scorer of Watford's 50th goal of the season, and it came from that extraordinary error from the Liverpool team. You watch Grobbelaar, he's going to his left, has to try and recover, and couldn't do so. The ball swerving in and giving Watford the lead. Barnes, again, Mulvey caught in possession. It's 3 against 2. It's a good shot, Callaghan, oh no! And Liverpool enormously lucky. Barnes opting for the shot, having robbed Mulvey, and Callaghan, well, one can only say a rush of blood to the head because a side foot would have done it. Rush has gone on, finds himself 1 against 1. It's Craig Johnston. Walsh, yes! And that all came from the error in midfield. Suddenly Rush found himself, I think for the first time in the match, 1 against 1. He was able to hold the ball up for Johnston coming inside, Walsh going forward, and a very, very good finish. It's an invitation then to go inside. Walsh, that's a nice try. He's one of those players trying to remind the England manager that he's still around on the fringe of selection. Real battle for Franklin, and the free kick has been given. Mulvey does have a crack. And a good one too. And we're into the last quarter of an hour. Nicol, Walsh, always looks capable of setting something up for Liverpool. Craig Johnston's cross. Rush! Yes! Johnston's cross, Walsh who first started it, and look at this for a piece of finishing. Oh, it's a bit short, and here's Walsh. No doubt now. Well, fitting really that it should be Paul Walsh, because he's done most surely to turn this game Liverpool's way. The disappointing back pass from Paul Franklin, and no doubt now where the 3 points are going with Liverpool's 3rd goal. Coate really had no chance. Sterling and Grobbelaar having to backtrack, and we have another goal. Jan Lohmann. I think Grobbelaar a little let down by his defenders, although he was well out looking for the back pass. Nicol made a bit of a nonsense, and Lohmann had no difficulty. That one is the final whistle. One can understand why Kenny Dalglish decides not to pick himself. 2 goals for Walsh and 1 for Ian Rush.
In December 1978, Brian Clough's Nottingham Forest came to Anfield very much as Liverpool's bogey team, claiming some notable scalps in the League Cup final and European Cup that year. But on this day, the hoodoo was well and truly laid, thanks to Terry McDermott.
The league champions against the league leaders and holders of a record 10 titles. Here's Case. Neil. Liverpool getting lots of width as Case pulled wide to the right, Highway had pulled wide to the left. Here's Neil. Souness wants it. There was a gap! And there was a good save. Scream for it did Souness, and the gap was there. And Shilton down cleanly to save it. And Elliott backpedaling. Here's Hansen. On by Souness. Dalglish is onside. Interesting, Hansen getting up into the front and causing some problems. But McGovern gets it away. Here's Highway. Here's Dalglish. Away from the long legs of Anderson. Was tripped on the edge of the area and then inside, and that's a penalty. Kemmel and Anderson going. And the penalty is given. Well, it was from the penalty spot that Nottingham Forest won the League Cup when John Robertson scored, and ironically it was Terry McDermott who takes this one against Peter Shilton. It was McDermott who had a goal chalked off in the League Cup final replay at Old Trafford. He's taken over the job here from Phil Neal. Oh, and he just got it there, but only just. It had to be a good penalty to beat Peter Shilton. And so, after 8.5 hours football, plus what we've played here in this match, Liverpool have at last scored against a Nottingham Forest goalkeeper, either Peter Shilton or Chris Woods. There's a face of utter delight. Thompson. Thompson once more. Souness. Oh, that's a good effort. Got away from McGovern and had a crack again. Graham Souness, who hasn't been finding his scoring touch. 1 goal in the last 14 games after starting the season with 6 goals in the first 8. He's had a couple of good cracks this afternoon. Dalglish. Alan Kennedy. Oh, it's a brilliant save! And McDermott puts it in! Peter Shilton flat out, and McDermott is the hero of the hour. But again, that was a question of a player coming forward from the back. Alan Kennedy really rifled one. Shilton did supremely well to get to it. And Terry McDermott, with the face of a tiger, is the man who puts Liverpool 2-up. How ironic that Liverpool have got the 2 goals that they so desperately wanted back in September to have tied up the European tie at 2 each. And here is McDermott. Not a fine save. Slightly perhaps telegraphed where he was going to hit it. And Shilton doesn't need any messages. Souness. Here's Highway. McDermott, Kennedy, Souness, Dalglish, Alan Kennedy. Oh! It was going for the top, and it was turned into the crowd. Shake of the head from Kennedy. Truth, a slightly disappointing second half after the first half. Really because Forest have never really threatened the inevitability of Liverpool's success in this match. From the moment that the second goal was scored, it was Liverpool's. Nottingham Forest have found that not having players like Burns, like O'Neill, like Woodcock has been too much for them. Brian Clough congratulating off the field the better side on the day without any question. Liverpool found the knack of getting players through from the back. Both goals by Terry McDermott. A fine match of the day, and the league leaders beat the reigning league champions by 2 goals to 0 and win against Nottingham Forest for the first time in 7 matches.
This is our story. The story of John Holding in an empty ground on Anfield Road, of a team who wore blue and white, of fans